You want?
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
That's a stepdad and raping you.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad and raping you.
Alright, so who's harassing who here? He's chasing her around, trying to make her have a conversation. And she's screaming and yelling, leave me alone. Okay, well, why is he where she is? Why is he following her around? That's stalking and harassment. The legal definition is to follow someone more than once, intending to intimidate, harass, and cause fear. So, and it's a crime. Voyeurism is a crime. It's rape. You're not entitled to invade my privacy, Mr. Perry. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. This is Cynthia Ortiz. It's December 15th, 2023. You don't have the right to invade my privacy. Get out of it. You don't have the right to fuck with me at work. Get out of it. You don't have the right to butt into things that aren't your business. Get out of it. I moved 2 times to get away from Mr. Perry. I left Lubbock, Texas in November 2013. It moved to the Dallas area. He butt into something there. Dating, work, anything. Butt into it. Talked to some of my family members behind my back. And so I left there. Came home to Oklahoma to be with my family. I have a huge family in Oklahoma. And he's caused separation there. They talked to him behind my back. Opened their homes. Let him in. Fed him dinner. Ate dinner with him. And shoved me out. So now there's a big problem there. I don't have anything to do with my family anymore. I came here to be with my family and get away from Charles. Somebody told us wherever David Robertson and Charles Perry go, it's nothing but one big problem and one big ordeal and one big thing and a lot of drama, and it isn't too long and everybody's broke. So I can imagine they do have leaks, because I'm going to tell you right now, everybody's sick of that. And why is Charles Perry here at all? Why is he talking to her family at all? Do you see Steve Massengale here? Do you see Dan Pope here? Do you see Jason Moore here? Do you see John Steinmetz? Nope. They are not here in Oklahoma. And they don't talk to my family. So what do you? You're a rejected fucking failure. Too stupid to figure out how to move on like everybody else. And for 10 years, you bother me, you get caught. You bother me, you get caught. You bother me, you get caught. You cause a problem for me, you get caught. You cause trouble for me, you get told on. And you have a whole organization. It's not just stalking, it's human trafficking. And you got caught when you did it to me. Life as you knew it ended. The second you started doing it to me, and when you saw the McNamara email and the Fabian puzzle, that should have been like a little clue. Things are different this time. And I told you, when I got home, I know you got away with this in 2016. I know you've done this to a lot of people for a long time, and you got away with it. Not this time. Watch this. And every day you guys run around. How did she find out about that? How did she know that? We've never had one with this much longevity. How did she find out this never happened before? We're like, boy, they have the same conversation every day. These guys, you got people bailing on you. These guys are old fart seniles. And we'll hear her talk about what her guys just caught them planning to do to her. Some horrible crime. And they'll be talking about it like she doesn't know yet. It's only going to work if she doesn't know. And we're all like, she just said it. Just 30 minutes ago said it. She already knows. And they just keep talking like, it's like being in an Alzheimer's unit in a nursing home. And those guys, I mean, you got to repeat, they're all fucking seniles. And it looks to me like they're going down a rabbit hole, and I'm not going with them. I'm done. So, the guy's harassing her, Mr. Perry. You're not being harassed. You're in a state where you don't live and you were not invited. And you're causing one problem after another problem after another problem. Loss after loss. You don't have any injury. You are not entitled to run for office. You're not entitled to a lie or a cover-up. You're not entitled to commit crime. When you do it to me, you get caught. We have your people's names, accomplices' names. We've got code words. We coach you every day. And you act like you think it's the other way around. And we laugh at you. This is so easy, it is not even fair. So tonight they have, well, all week, they've got a girl there. My guys are paying very, very, very close attention to every penny you cost me trying to get me fired or whatever problems you cause at work. Very, 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 very close attention. Okay? So the little stunt y'all pulled tonight that didn't work, if I say pull the cameras, pull the fucking cameras. No excuses, pull them. No excuses. And your little chick, I told her I was from Manford. Uh-huh. We heard her say that. Twice now she's tried to cause a problem. Okay? My guys are watching everything right up close and personal that you do to me at work. Because we know that you have sold me to the Houston realtor named Larry. And you're trying as hard as you can to deliver. And you call it Papa John's. I got the guy's name. I know where he lives. And I know what he does for a living. Any other victim have that? What does it mean that I have that? What does it mean that I have that kind of information before you could do it? Let's arrange a false arrest. Sit her down. Hand her my recant claim. You're going to apologize and you're going to recant everything you've said for 10 years. Sign my paper. My attorney drew that up. You're going to sign it or you're going to sit here and rot. We can't have a trial. Well, I'm entitled by the Constitution to a trial. We've heard you guys have a lot of meetings about how to get around a trial. You got to make her plead guilty. Make her plead guilty. Make her sign the lie. And then get her trafficked to Houston. We've heard you talk about it. Oh, you guys are all into the repeating yourselves. And everybody else has to repeat themselves. You know how many times you have to say something for us? One time. And to prove premeditation and malicious aforethought and criminal intent, one time, sir. One time is all we need you to say that. Once it's out, it's out. Once you're caught, you're caught. We don't even put everything out that we get beforehand. I just don't go along with your trick. I don't fall for your bullshit. I told her I live in Manford. I told her I live in Manford. Yeah. I sold this and that, and she didn't write it down. Yep. Nope. Sorry. My guys are paying very, very, very close attention to what Charles Perry and David Robertson are doing to me at work specifically. And the more you contact me, Charles, directly or indirectly, the more problems you make for me, the more trouble you cause for me, the more loss you cause. I lose an eyelash because of you. We always get more intel out of that. The intel is we're getting it to put you in jail. We don't know what planet weirdo tells you, what you know in your little Looney Tune land that you live in, what bullshit story you tell yourselves. We don't care. We get the intel anyway. We're going to do what we do. And then we've heard you talking about some letter. She didn't get my letter. I have no letter. The letter isn't going to keep those guys from doing their job. Okay? You do the crime to me, you're fucked. That's all there is to it. He'll throw the book at you. If he can prove it, he'll charge you with it. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. Hold on. We got a lot this week. You want to use my family to pressure me to cooperate with being trafficked. Well, but you separated me from my family. All of y'all went behind my back and had your little meetings and your little scripts and role playing and all that shit. They let you in their lives and shoved me out. So I don't have a fucking thing to do with my family anymore. So they don't have any influence over me, Mr. Perry. When you contact me, though, we find out that you were talking to my family behind my back and that you wanted them to pressure me to be trafficked. When you contact me and when you take my money, we find out things like you did traffic me. That my cousin testified falsely, but he didn't say quite what you wanted him to say, and you ran around telling everybody who would listen, I'm going to lose millions if I can't get her delivered. We've got to have him change his testimony. And so he got on the stand and said, the worst mistake I ever made was helping her when she got here. And that horrified, I guess, a grand juror or somebody that heard it. Because I'm not always told who I'm listening to. I'm not told. So sometimes I'm quoting people and I don't know who it is. Once in a while they'll tell me that. But there's a lot of things that for a good reason I'm not told. One of those things is who I'm listening to. Sometimes I can tell by voice. I'll recognize the voice. I got Mr. Powell's down pretty damn well, because when all this first started, when Mr. Perry did a first false arrest, he's trying to do a second one now, because the first one got fucked up. They fucked it all up, so they're trying to do a second one now. But he and Charles talk so much that I started recognizing his voice. Charles, I'm not told what comes from a leak or an informant or an infiltrator or a wiretap order. I'm not told. I'm not told how they get it. It's a need to know. I don't need to know that. And Mr. Perry asks me every fucking day, is it your family? Is it your mom? Is it Al? Is it Jim? Oh my God. How many times do I have to fucking repeat myself, mental slow? I'm not told that. I don't care. It's a need to know. That part, I don't need to know it. I don't give a fuck. Well, that's not part of my, that's not my part of this. So, and why in the fuck do you think I would help you, delusional Looney Tune? Why would I help you? You've taken everything I have. You've separated me from my family. You're trying to get me fired. You're trying to do a false arrest. You're trying to traffic me. Trafficking means you're going to deliver to me to somebody and I'm going to get raped every day and you're going to make money. My answer to that is fuck you. You got to be shitting. You think I would go along with that voluntarily? You are off your nut. You're crazier than we've been saying. It's never going to happen. So, okay, so how can we pressure? Take her car every day. Take her car away. Please go take her. Whiny, naggy, whiny. Then she'll do it. Put her in jail. Then she'll do. We can't have a trial. We can't allow a trial. We can't have that where the truth might come out. We can't let her testify. We hear you guys talking about it every day. All we need you to say it is one time, and we've got you on criminal intent, malicious aforethought, and premeditation. You're done. We got it. Mr. Perry, Every time you contact me, we get information like you're trying to do a false arrest and you don't want to let me have a trial. We already have it now. I'm not sitting in jail right now. And you never shut up. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable that you continue to try to contact me, to try to communicate with, even to your own detriment. I'm gonna starve her till she lies. I'm gonna make sure she don't make no money till she lies, till she does what we tell her. Let's kidnap her. One of your guys said, just listen, I'm gonna go grab her, throw her in my van, take her to the airport, put her on my plane, and she's going to sign the fucking affidavit that we wrote up, recanting everything she said, and I'm shipping her off. And we caught you on that too. Every time Charles contacts me, every day my privacy is invaded, every time he tries to cause a problem for me, anything at all, I have help. I have help protecting me from you. Okay? For 10 years. What day is he going to arrest you? What day are we finally never going to have to repeat ourselves again? For the slow man. One of your people, I'm sick and tired of watching Charles Perry terrorize her and try to ruin her, and he doesn't want her to know that he's got Huntington's disease. Make sure she finds out. Make sure she finds out. It causes paranoia, delusion, hallucinations, and impaired cognitive reasoning. Make sure she finds. So we found out. And our shrink had already called it. She said he's got something wrong with him, like Alzheimer's or aphasia or senile dementia. He's severely mentally ill and severely mentally retarded. I'm reading through his emails. They don't even make sense. His responses are not appropriate for what's being said, and most of them are 2 to 3 sentences, 3 to 5 words, and we haven't written that way since first grade. This guy is an elected official who's articulating himself like a 6-year-old. I don't think he could understand what was being said in the email to him, because his responses are not appropriate for what the other person said. He never responds like he understood you. Ever. And I think he's doing the best he can. So he's got both. It's affecting cognitive reasoning. And he won't pass the cognitive reasoning tests my 6-year-olds do. Well, then we find out he's got Huntington's disease, and it causes paranoia, delusion, hallucination, psychosis, mental illness, and impaired cognitive reasoning. Mental retardation right there. She was not wrong. I was asking her at the time, the guy fucking creeps me the fuck out. And the shit he does is so weirdo and so strange-o and so bizarre, it's embarrassing. Why is he not embarrassed? And she goes, I told you he's severely mentally retarded and doesn't know he should be. He has no idea that should embarrass him. If he did, he wouldn't do it. He's supposed to be an elected official. He's supposed to be a dignitary, and he's acting like that. And he's not embarrassed. He doesn't have any idea that he should be. I'm like, oh, brother. Because normally, for everybody else, that's a deterrent. We don't do the things he does because we don't want to be embarrassed. Should someone find out? Mr. Perry couldn't care less. He doesn't know he should be. He embarrasses the hell out of me. I wouldn't be seen with him for millions of dollars. Wouldn't be seen. Embarrasses the hell out of me. He creeps me the fuck out. Gags me. I want to vomit every time he tries to talk to me. It makes me so sick at my stomach. Everybody's so sick of this man. You have no idea. Never did we invite him to Oklahoma. I came here to get away from him and never again have to hear what he thinks or what he wants or how he feels or what he needs. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Right now it's about the victims and what we think and what we feel and what we need and how we feel about what Mr. Perry's doing to us. And he doesn't matter at all. Look at the results. We get this information before he does it, not after. Beforehand. Because the victims matter, not you. It's been that way 10 years. I'm going to name your people. Lucius Calvin, who's bald and fat. I've never met these people that I know of. Not met him. Lucius Calvin, Blankenship Desiree, Andrew Lawrence, Reuben James, Richard Dickey, Gabe Jacob, Nisbet, Greg Tim Larry, and Bittencourt. We love Bittencourt. We love him to death. So those are your people, right? Monique. Who's Monique and where is she today, Charles? Beverly, Renee. Who are those people? I don't know them. Muffin Man. We know who the Muffin Man is. You tell us who the Muffin Man is. That's a nickname. Your code words. Little Red Riding Hood is when you use the family to pressure a victim to do something they don't want to do. Coercion is a criminal act, sir. Papa John's means to deliver the victim to the buyer. We need to make Papa John's on this. We got millions at stake. Yeah, I bet you do. We need and want, and we feel we're entitled to commit a crime and get money for it. And you're not. You're wrong about that. We found out before, not after. I've said that every day. Cause and effect. When you do the crime to me, you'll get caught. Why is that, Bittencourt? If you're so smart, you tell me why that is. We get the information before, not after. And it's different than the other victims, but it's the same every time you do it to me. Why is that, Mr. Bittencourt? You're so smart. You run around stomping your feet and throwing a fit, we heard. We heard that guy throws a fit like a fucking little bitch girl. It's unbelievable that a grown man would act like that. Is that true? Is that good intel or bad intel? How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing. I don't know what to tell you. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, we don't even know what to say. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, we always find out more. All those names I just listed off, every time you contact me, we find out that stuff like that. Your guys' names. You cause a loss for me. That includes my privacy, sir. You do not have the right to invade my privacy. I'm entitled to my privacy. You're not entitled to invade it. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, you pay for it with intel. You pay for it in ways you haven't ever had to pay before. We will use that in a court of law to lock you up and put you in jail. And then you can't invade my privacy anymore. You're a burden and an imposition. We're all tired of dealing with it. I moved 2 times to get away from you and never have to deal with it again. You have come where I am, where I live. You have butt into things that aren't your business. You have caused problem after problem after problem. And everybody's sick and tired of it. Why is Charles Perry in Oklahoma at all? Nobody invited you here. Nobody. And the rest of you, I didn't pick a fight with people I don't even know. But you picked a fight with me, and when you picked a fight with me, you picked a fight with some very important people who won't dignify you with a phone call, will they? No, my guy's like, I'm not. Listen, we made it clear. Here's what we said in March 2020. Cynthia's privacy better not be invaded anymore. You are not to contact her or her family again. Not in any form, weirdo. Not directly or indirectly. And she'd better not be broke. Get your hands out of her wallet. And if you can't do it, I'm going to collect a lot of intel and take it to court and put you in jail and do it for you. And you act like you don't know what that meant. He says it, then he shows you every damn day. Take her car away. Please take her car. And then she'll do what I want. Did she last time? No? Okay, well, it's 10 years of this. She never does what you want. She never does what you think. She never does what you want her to. She never does. Write it down and take it to Vegas. You can bet on it. She will not do what you want. She will not do what you think. You do a false arrest, she'll insist on a trial because they want all this stuff that you're doing. They want it out there in every court venue that they can get it into. We did a traffic court. We put it's now on the record forever that you have people pulled over, that you call cops, you pay them a little something to chase someone around that you want pulled over and harass them for you. You're using taxpayer resources for your personal profit. And that's on the record now and forever. It's not going away. And he's not wrong. We have done that over and over and over and over. 3 times you had the chance to make me prove my claims in court. 3 times you made sure I wasn't in court. I do have the right to a trial should you do a false arrest. I will exercise that right. I'm not going to plead guilty. Fuck yourself. You are off your nut. The stuff that you think people should do to cover up your criminal, the crime that you're into, which is sex crimes, a lot of it, is outrageous. I mean, it is outrageous. And to continue to do it to me when you know good and well you're going to get caught when you do it is even more outrageous. It's so easy, it is not even fair, Mr. Perry. You had a competing mafia guy that said, what kind of man humiliates himself? Well, I think they put this out. Look, the car thing has been since 2019. It isn't legal. Look at the last highlighted sentence. But I will have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. It isn't legal, he said in 2019, but I will have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. I told her I live in Manford. When I went in and lied about selling a dance that I didn't sell, I told her I live in Manford. This happened in Manford. We're all like, oh my, my guys are cracking up. They're like, oh my God, you are shitting us with that. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, we get more stuff like this. Okay? What did he say here? Can you read? You don't remember how to read, do you? Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. She is not to be broke. This never happened before. How'd she find out about that? When he invades my privacy, when he contacts me in any form at all, I don't care to hear it, weirdo. I don't care to hear it. Didn't ask you, did I? Did not ask you. And I'm not to be broke. You're not to be sitting around making problems for me. Things are different when you do. It's not about longevity. It's about we have a case. We have objectives we're trying to meet before they make an arrest. And then we're all going to go to court, like it or not. And then you have a right to a fair trial. And so you're going to have to prove that beyond reasonable doubt that we don't have that. You're making it very, very easy for us to do that. You seem to like getting caught. What kind of man humiliates himself like that to no avail and to his own detriment for that long and for that amount of money? That's not a man. He said a lot more than that. I'm not going to repeat it right now. I have already said it, but... Okay, so... I mean, just gross. Mr. Perry just absolutely grosses me out. Creeps me the fuck out. I mean, I can't even... Makes you feel like this. Gag. Every time he contacts me. Makes me want to fucking gag. He's not hot. He's not sexy. He's a fucking weirdo. An imposition and a burden everybody just wishes would fucking go away. We get the help, not you. Our guys will not call you back. How long you been trying to get them to call you back? Nope. They're not. He goes, I'm not repeating myself. I'm busy trying to get intel so that I can lock the bitch up. And then he can't bother our girl or anyone else ever again. I don't have time to pick up the phone and call him and repeat myself. He's got an attorney. He needs to have his... Does he want to waive? If he's asking me to call, does that mean he wants to waive his right to counsel? Mr. Perry, no one's going to call you. I'll never call you. I'll never help you. Now, when you contact me, we always find out the next thing you're trying to do. Always. Every day, we quote you. You're not quoting us. Every day. Cause and effect, same day. You're not all there, are you? Nope. Look at this one. They went hunting. He's telling the guy that's your... I'm not even going to explain it. He said, they went hunting with Judge Cummings. And the guy goes, they went hunting with Judge Cummings? The federal judge? Yep. Duck hunting specifically, we found out. Is when Charles contacts Cindy, invades her privacy, and causes her a loss or a problem. Guess what? We find out stuff like that. They went duck hunting with Judge Cummings. And he goes, if one person is broken, bothered, if that gets sensitive information into the wrong hands like yours, I'm going to make sure that person isn't broken, bothered ever again. It would happen one time and only one time and never again. And that's exactly why I won't do business with guys like this who are perverts. They can't control themselves. They have absolutely no control over themselves at all. I mean, this is ridiculous. These people are just stupid. I mean, that's one of many things he talked to him about. So, I mean, you do what you do. There's your shovel. Dig away. Right? I told her I was from Manford. You don't want her finding out before? No. Okay, well, you're not all there, are you? It's been 10 years of this. Every day, all day, right? Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. She said that you're upsetting people and offending people and making them uncomfortable. And crime tends to do that. Crime makes people uncomfortable and offended and upset. Her guys are meticulous, strategic, calculated, and they do their homework. And you don't. Charles's people don't. They're stupid. So, her people understand what people want, and it's not this. Can you not look at the results you have and go, well, people don't like this. Maybe we ought to stop. Because her guys are getting the help to stop us. We're getting told on to stop us. That's just the way it is. You can bullshit yourself all you want, Looney Tune. Doesn't change the facts, does it? You're just not all there, are you? He said, so guess what's going to happen? It'll happen again tomorrow. She'll find out again tomorrow. That was a month ago or so. We quote you every day. You're not quoting our guys. We're named your people. You don't have even one name of anybody helping us. Name one guy. Quote one meeting. Name one code word we have. We use them too. Oh, shit, you can't. We're getting the help you're getting told on. Every day for 10 years. Same thing. Everything's a repeat with y'all. Please take her car away. I told her I live in Manford. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. She thinks I was born yesterday. Okay, so this was in August 2019. I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures out it's not legal. Why doesn't she like me? I made her broke. I took everything she owns. I took her family and ruined her college. Why doesn't she like me? I can see you. I'm watching you. I see you. I'm watching. It types into my phone. Why don't you like me? Oh, for God's sake. Go into a bar and find the ugliest, most desperate woman in there and ask her to go home with you, ask her on a date, and see what she does. She'll call the cops. Tell her what you do to me. Here's what I do to women. I peep on them. I hack them. Try to get them fired. Then I do get them fired. Then I get them kicked out of their house. Then I get the ex to take the kids away. And I just ruin them. Why don't you want to date with me? Yeah. I think they'll call the cops. Look at this. This was Chief Miller, I believe, or Mike Neely. Charles kept whining and nagging and whining and nagging. Pull her over, pull her over, pull her over, pull her over. And they kept claiming that she was harassing them. You know how often she called our police department? Never. And we knew they were doing stuff. Because guess who was calling our police department? The neighbors were complaining that he had people pulling up there taking pictures of her. And it bothered everybody there at that whole complex where she lived. And so, she's the one that's got a lot of damage to her car. She never calls us. Ever. You know who calls us constantly whining and nagging? Charles Perry. He's harassing us. Guess what else? We're busy solving crime. I don't have time to drop everything I'm doing and go have her pulled over. Because he called again wanting her pulled over. So I'm about ready to go get her a protective order. Because I've had it with him. Is that why you murdered him? Because we know Mike didn't. You can't beat someone to death while you're dying of opioid overdose and unconscious. And have not an injury on you anywhere. So many similarities between what you did to me and what you did to him. You drug us, then we don't die, you do a false arrest. We can spot a pattern the second time you do it. Why does it take you 10 years? You can't. When you touch a hot stove, you get burned. When you contact me, invade my privacy, do the crime to me, or cause me a problem, you get told on and caught and told on and told on and caught. Only need you to say it one time. Only time we needed you to say this, right there. That's all we need right there. But you guys have the same conversations over and over and over and over and over and over. So now we got like 100 of we got like 2 or 3 of those sometimes every day. Take her car away, then she'll do what we want. Then we can traffic her. And then I'll get my money. You got a list of people on that you're supposed to pay. Any of them live in Manford? Mr. Perry, when you contact me, your crime gets caught. You're not all there, are you? Do some of the people who are on your list of people who are supposed to be paid, you promised a payment to, once I deliver her, then I'm going to get XYZ amount of money? Millions, right? I'm worth millions. I am worth fucking How much am I worth eating out of a dumpster? How much am I worth, Charles, eating out of a dumpster? Since we're assigning dollar figures to human beings, how much am I worth eating out of a dumpster? Yeah. I'm gonna starve her until she lies and be's trafficked. I'm gonna start. He's told the people that so many times. I mean, we our guys are like there are guys that want to punch him for doing that to you, and he never shuts up about it. That guy just he never shuts up about. I don't even. Okay, so we only need you to say it one time. I sold her, and I have people on the list that I promise payment to upon delivery when I get my money. Is any of those people in Manford, Charles? Answer the question. Since you like going to court and lying, put it on the record. We love that when you put stuff on the record. Yeah, we put stuff on the record too, but we like it better when you put stuff on the record. Why might that be? Yeah, you'll be scratching your heads all day. Why does she want it on the record? Well, I don't know. Can't let her live in Oklahoma. Wow. And the fact that I have that and know that you said it ought to make you shit yourself, and it would if you were smarter. When I quote you, is it up to you? When I'm naming your people, Dave, Bencore and Sanjay or Hacker and Calvin and Lucia, when I name those people I've not ever met that I know of, was it up to you? Oh, no, it wasn't. We're amazed at the slow. You're just so slow. Okay, so it's not right. You're violating women, be it voyeurism or any other way, it is rape. We define how you make us feel. We do. You don't get to do that. We get to do that. It is rape. Okay, so look at that. It increases her value significantly and decreases them. They made themselves weak. She's the hot stove they keep touching and then running around complaining they got burned again. Well, but you keep touching the hot stove, dum-dum. Why do that? He goes, that's why I won't do business with people like that. They're perverts. They can't control themselves. They have strange urges. They can't control it. They make stupid decisions. I won't have anything to do with them, business-wise. I'll take a business like that over. They don't make it hard. Look at that. Look at these numbers. This is insane. The amount of money he is spending getting caught. Getting you guys intel. I mean, it is insane. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, we could not disagree. We could not. Alright, then you got... So we got, I mean, here we go with the gagging. He's gagged me. Every time Charles contacts me, that's what I do. Ugh. Ugh. Creeps me the hell out. Okay, so this... Was it up to you when we got all this, David? She can't live in Oklahoma. I'm a princess, scared of a woman. Okay. Duly noted. I didn't pick the fight, you did. You're getting caught doing things to me. It's, we're getting the help with the information, not you. Maybe that's because people want you to stop. Look at that. Witness statement. Uh-huh. As long as I've known Charles, he's a weirdo. Sex weirdo. We got all that. This is the McNamara email. Once you saw that I had that, you should have known it's going to be different this time. Life as I have known it always is over. Some cop is up my ass, and they're not going to leave until they lock me up, and I can't hurt people ever again. Deviant conduct, outside social norm, offends people, sir. It offends people. So we get the help, you get told on. You didn't write down my dance. I told her I live in Manford. Twice now. Yeah, I think that our guys... Okay, let me put it... I'm trying to be vague here. If we didn't know before that you were going to do that and already have a plan to deal with it, then when stuff like that starts happening, boy, my guys are on all of it. All of you. And right now, they're paying very, very, very close attention to every penny you take. Anything you do to cost me money, that means get me fired. So, just know that. There's your shovel. Go dig. Right? We got that. We got one of our victims that we need to get back to Texas so we can do more harm to her. Having a hell of a time in Oklahoma. Look at that. Get her kicked out of her apartment for smoking, because this is interference with contract right here, Calvin. You're gonna have some problems yourself over this right here. We got your name out of this right here, Calvin. Okay, you're bald and fat. People hate your guts because you're mean. Okay, see this? We can't get her kicked out for non-payment because of the COVID moratorium, so let's use smoking. The intent of kicking her out of her home is to traffic her. What can we do to pressure her to be trafficked and lie? We want a suborn perjury. We're witness tampering. We want her to recant all her claims, like this here. Look at this. What am I supposed to lie about? That we set it on, before. And then she did try to do it on the 15th. See? Did you want me to lie about knowing that Mike Neely was drugged and that first responders confirmed it months after we said it, Mr. Perry? Or that I told everybody he's going to arrange a false arrest and coerce me months before you did it? What did you want me to lie about, you stupid little fuck? You're something. I'm out of patience with you. Out of patience. I never had patience with you, really, but, I mean, tolerating a criminal who is after you 24/7. The best thing I've heard all week was somebody said, so what you're telling me is that she's objectified everything you try to do with what she's doing. Yes, and I'm upset about it. Okay. She moved 2 times to get away from this person. They're not running into each other at the neighborhood grocery store. She has moved to a whole different state, thousands of miles away, where he should be doing things he should be doing. Correct? Yeah. He's now in your state doing things he should not be doing, where she is, right? 9 years of this. Yep. And you're investigating her, not him. That doesn't even make sense. And you want to know if we're helping? I wish we were. This person sounds like I'd like her. I would like her to work with her. This is commendable that she's put up with this bullshit for so long to catch a bad guy. I'd love her to work here, but it's not us. But I wish it was. We have, my guy said, you have no idea how many people want to meet you. It is insane. Yeah, people want to meet you. They're impressed that you're able to continue to maintain a very productive life in spite of everything Mr. Perry's tried to do to ruin you and destroy you and make you fail. They're very impressed. You got a lot of people that want to meet you. So, whenever you start feeling discouraged or you're getting tired of this taking so long, because it is taking long, and I'm sorry, but we have a certain way of doing things so that all of this stuff sticks. And there's no appeals, there's nothing. They're going to jail, and that's it. And we're not going to give a deal. We're going to trial. They can get a trial. There's not going to be a deal. It's not for them. We offered that long ago, and they declined. So there's not going to be a deal for any of them. What I'm going to tell you, though, is that when you start having one of those days, remember that you have a lot of people that want to meet you. And they're very impressed, and they think that your work is commendable. They're impressed. They want to meet you. So there's that. Every time he tries to get you fired. Oh, you didn't write down my dates. I told her I live in Manford. Oh, for God's sake, wow. You don't know who you're talking to, chickie. Or you would not do that. But now guess what? My guys are all over you too. Okay, so look at that. It does look like he was trying to displace her. Does it? Oh, wow. Wow. We're all impressed with you. That you finally, that you noticed that you spotted the pattern. You looked at the evidence and maybe he's trying to displace her. Well, why would he try to displace me? I left. So why is he in my state, where I live, where I came to get away from him, trying to displace me? Oh, he's human trafficking. That's what he's doing. Subjugation. Don't I have that somewhere? On one of my notes. Yeah, right there. It's from the book Sexual Homicide by one of the guys who founded the FBI profiling. They want to subjugate the victim. Yeah. By the way, I was only 5 classes away from graduating criminal justice degree, a bachelor's degree. We had already been talking about changing schools because I don't want University of Phoenix on my diploma. On the actual diploma that says you have earned oh my God, he just contacted me again. So let's repeat ourselves. Every time you contact me, Charles, we get more stuff like that. And like that, it's not up to you. Okay? You're pissing us off. We get the help, you get to hold on. It's every day for a decade. I'm repeating myself yet again. How many times have I said that just in this one podcast? It's just not clicking. It's not clicking for him. He's not all there. Okay, so I'm 5 courses away, and they made a strange decision right around one of the trafficking deadlines. There's another trafficking deadline on Christmas this year, and then if that doesn't work, it'll be at New Year's. I mean, they've had probably, 10 different trafficking deadlines, maybe more. And you can always tell by looking at my bank account when it's right up against a trafficking deadline. Then they'll get caught. And then they'll back up and regroup and start again. And then we catch them then. It's been this way 10 years every day, all day long. Why is it different when you do it to me, Bencor? I want you to say it. Since you're all arrogant and shit, you tell us who got me this. And why is it different when you do the crime to me? Why? She's objectifying what you're doing with what she's doing. Huh. Interesting. She moved twice, you said, to get away from this guy? Yeah? Huh. Interesting. And you're investigating him, not her? I mean, her, not him? Why is that? That didn't even make sense. You want to know if we're helping? I wish we were. She sounds like a pretty amazing person. I wish she was working for us, or we were working with her. I mean, I don't know what the hell you are doing, but clearly not the right thing. Not your job. I don't know. You trying to help him? You trying to cover his shit up? This sounds like corruption. I don't think we want anything to do with that. Why do you? Yeah, that's the big question for the locals. Because he was like, you got to have some other police organization helping her. Because it's not you. You're not helping her. She's the victim. You said that she has come to Oklahoma to get away from a man who's stalking her and human trafficking. And you're investigating her. Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. Why would you not do what her people are doing and investigate him? And then they find all this stuff, and that objectifies your lie. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, it sounds a little fishy to me. Like, maybe you're on the take. How much is he giving you? How much is he bribing you with to cover up his crap? Why don't you tell me that? You want to know if we're helping? I wish. Sounds like that's going to be a pretty big deal at some point. Once there are arrests made, gosh, I'd like to have my name next to that work product. Yeah, everything's about meeting objectives and stuff, don't you? You know, anybody who knows me at all or has listened to any of these, it's all about work product. Work product. Where your name is on your work. You didn't write down my dad's. Pull the cameras. Oh, well, we can't get in there. We don't have the password. All right. Well, when you can get the password, then we'll give you money. Until then, not going to happen. Yeah, we have a bunch of checks and balances. So when you're full of crap, it's very easy to prove. Sheriff Reed can pull the cameras. Can't he? Because you're trying to steal my money, aren't you? I told her I live in Manford. Yep. Okay, well, our guys I promise you, our guys know they do their homework. They know all of it, whether I say it here or not. Sometimes we try to not to say parts of it, and there's a reason. We have very good strategy. Remember, it's working. It's effective. What we do is working. What you do is get told on. It does look like shoot. Look, here we go. Point out for me the marks on Mike Neely that looked like he was even in a fight at all. Where are they? I'm not seeing any. He's got the arrest report lists one thing. Red, swollen right hand. Chief Miller was beat so bad, his head came off his body, and he died of internal decapitation because he was hit back and forth, back. Okay? The ME said it was like he was in a car crash. Why do his hands not look like Chief Miller's face? Explain that. 6 days after he took my car vandalism report in Manford, where you told everybody who would listen, it isn't legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out so that I can traffic her. Because it's hard to live without a car. And then all week you got caught talking about taking my driver's license away from me, too. We got to get somebody to get her driver's license away from her. Lucius, is that you? Is that you that says that? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we got all that. Does he look like he hit someone back and forth so hard the head came off his body while he was dying of drug overdose? Opioids? Somebody slipped a Mickey in his drink. Red swollen right hand. Oh, well shit, there's an IV in it. Maybe that's why it's red and swollen. But if he beats someone to death, his hands would look like Chief Miller's face. Okay? Not like that. Red and swollen. Yeah, there's the arrest report right now. Right there. Everybody can read it. How'd you know he had to be coaxed or Hansel and Gretel, as you call it, to Pensacola, right? Yeah. There's my email of March 2020. He didn't do it. He was drugged. I sent it to the Florida State's attorney. The guy ignored me. He didn't care about fact. How much did you pay him? You're in trouble. Because I got help. You're calling around trying to figure out who it is helping me. And there's the depositions. We gave him Narcan because he was dying of drug overdose. Not being beat up in a fight. He didn't have a mark on him. No head injury, nothing. But he's found unconscious and in respiratory distress. And he was dying. Right? Because you wanted him dead. He was catching your crime, wasn't he? I think Mr. Perry likes weird shit with women, and I'm afraid he's a necro. And I'm afraid he thinks that he's going to kill Cynthia and have sex with her dead body because living women won't have anything to do with this guy. He's weirdo. And he's not doing that in my jurisdiction. And they were talking about Jeff Epstein right before the murders, like few hours. I told her I was from Manford. All of a sudden I'm dancing with a girl who told me she was from Manford. And, oh, you didn't write down my dance. Oh, boy, howdy, I did. If you did, if you brought me money, I wrote it down. Here's the way we prove that. And here's another way. There's cameras everywhere. Have Sheriff Reed look at it. Okay? Why don't you have him go look at it? You're going to fuck with me, I'll tell you what. You better be able to prove it because I can, and you know that. That's why you don't let me in court. 3 chances to make me go to court. The burden of proof is on me. I filed the lawsuits, and you would not. 5 attorneys couldn't handle one woman with no law school, no law degree. 5 attorneys. How many men sit around trying to figure out how to make one woman fail? I want that number. Listen. So, I'm hyper vigilant at work in keeping track of who bought what to who and sold what to who and making sure the finances are all just right and everything adds up and everybody was paid what they were supposed to be paid and money collected for whatever was supposed to be collected for. I'm hyper vigilant about it, and the guys helping me are watching everything you do to me at work, especially. So go ahead and play your little tricks, okay? Give us more. Why not? That seems to be your thing. These guys got this to me in jail when you did the first false arrest. We tried to kill her. She didn't die. So we did a false arrest. Now we're trying to do another one. And we've said it over and over and over and over. And we only need it once. Once it's out, it's out. Dum-dum. Once it's out, it's out. We need it said once. And we got you on criminal intent, premeditation, malicious aforethought. We got it. One time is all we need. I'm sorry that you're so slow that you have to have this things repeated over and over, and it still doesn't click. I mean, we have no words for that. This is so easy, it's not even fair. You're seeing things you've not seen before. You're running around saying this has never happened before. So, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just, I'm not a special education teacher, and I'm not going to slow down for you. I'm not going to. I don't have to. So, you had your 3 chances to make me prove and you didn't even let me in court. Bunch of duck hunting trips with Judge Cummings. And ex parte bullshit behind the back door. Mm-hmm. You went to the judges behind my back. You went to my family behind my back. A lot of stuff behind my back. Co-workers. So, the guys are right there with you. When you're behind my back, they're watching everything you do. Closer than ever. Alright? Because things that are on the up and up, you don't have to hide it. And if you were in Lubbock doing what you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't need to lie now, would you? Okay, so they got this to me in jail. Fabian was my manager that I just really wanted to see what he was like. I really liked him. I wanted to go out with him. I had told a friend of mine in a private Facebook message. She said, "Are you dating anybody?" And I said, "Oh, no, but I really like this guy that I work with, and I would like to see what he's like. I'd like to get to know him better." And next thing I know, Connie Curry thought she mattered here. butts in. This puzzle could not be more dead on for me. The name intersects with the word hope. Fabian tells me, I think you deserve better than to be harassed by this guy for the rest of your life. I think you have deserve better than for this guy to harass you all the time and invade your privacy and try to get you fired and shit like that. I think you deserve good things. Well, every other man that I dated that I actually went on a real date, Mr. Perry's not had anything but an imaginary romance and a pretend political attack. Somebody said that too. We looked into his political career. He didn't have anything. When she met him and started telling people in Facebook messages that he was stalking her in 2011, he was just newly elected. So there was nothing to attack yet. He hadn't gotten started. Then she moved, and then again, she moved again. Then he's in Oklahoma, always harassing her. So he isn't working. He's not doing anything to attack. There's nothing to attack. Because he's always in Oklahoma harassing her and getting caught in some pretty serious criminal activity. So his claims that he's the victim of a political vendetta just speak to his delusion that he's got because of Huntington's disease. Because there's just nothing to that. There's nothing there. There's zero communication between her and anybody about anything political. It's all about his criminal activity and stalking and trafficking and that kind of thing. So where he came up with that out of his ass, I guess, I don't know. There's nothing to it. And there's nothing romantic. She left and he's just stalking her. So, I mean, there's zero reciprocation. None. So he's making this stuff up and telling everybody, forging marriage licenses and stuff against her will, signing her name, and somebody's all over it. And he can't figure. No, they won't call him. I think they expected him to cut it out, and since he's not responding appropriately to the verbal command of a policeman, they're not going to pick up the phone and call him. He has to go through her. Women. He doesn't like women. Go through a woman. Because you're not getting us directly. It's not going to happen until we arrest you. And then we'll see then. And that's the way it's going to be. That's their decision. They're getting the help. You're getting told on. And you seem like you get that mixed up all the time. You seem like you're very confused as to what's real and what's made up in your head. It's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. When you contact me, we get more. And you won't shut up and leave me alone. I don't care what you think. I did not ask you. I don't give a fuck. No fucks are given for what you I moved twice so that I would never again have to hear what you think. I will never help you. We all just want you to be gone. We give the help to make you gone. You get told on to make you gone. So they had enough power to get that to me in jail. And it was not up to you, David. It wasn't up to you, Mr. Betancourt. It wasn't up to any of y'all. Was it? Okay. Fabian's name intersects with the word hope. His real name is Todd. And the probability of the name Todd popping up on this puzzle is higher than the name Fabian. Fabian's a pretty rare name. And it's definitely... If this was random and Charles' name was on it, or any other name, John or Paul or James or Sam or Tom, Dick, Harry, for that matter, those names are much more common than the name Fabian, and the probability of them being on my puzzle a lot higher, but they're not. His name is. And you cause fear and sadness, and you're a butt-in. You butt into shit that doesn't concern you. It's none of your business. Okay? If I wanted you to know something about me, I would pick up the phone and call you. And I fucking hate you. I will never call you. I moved twice to never have to talk to you again. And to have nothing more to do with you, and no conflict and no drama and nothing. And everywhere I go, there you are causing more drama and more conflicts and more problems. And everybody hates your guts for doing that to me. So we get the help. You get told on so that it is stopped. And it's 10 years of this all day, every day. When he's ready to make an arrest, he will. In the meantime, he doesn't owe you an explanation. and he doesn't owe you any answers. And I think you are told, you know what, you're not entitled to answers, but what you're entitled to is to get a lawyer and shut up. Which was interesting because the person that said that indicated his belief that he didn't know Charles already has an attorney. You can't tell, can you? His attorney is impotent and weak and ineffective because that guy did not know Mr. Perry already has an attorney. What he has the right to is get an attorney and shut up. That's what he's entitled to and nothing else. And as much as she's catching him, he should have done that a long time ago. Because these people got some stuff on these guys, and they're going to nail him with it. And he acts like he's not... What does it mean that she just quoted us again? Wow. Wow. We don't even know how to respond to a question like that. How do you respond to a question like that? I don't even know how. She's objectified what you're doing, investigating her, with what she's doing, investigating Mr. Perry. But the thing is, she left. She moved. Now she's in a whole nother state from where he lives. So why is he where she is? And you're investigating her. That absolutely doesn't even make sense. And you want to know if we're helping? I wish we were. Sounds like somebody's kicking some criminal ass is what it sounds like to me. And what a stupid question that you would call me and ask me that. Why are you investigating her? That doesn't make sense. Why are you not investigating him? Why is he in your state if he's not stalking? He didn't need to be in your state. He needs to be in Texas. John Steinmetz isn't up here. Steve Massengale's not up here. I mean, why are you? Dan Pope's not here. Why are you? Why are you in where I am? Because I don't want you where I am. You were rejected. I rejected you and left. You're a heinous, hideous sex offender, allegedly, and cop killer. Why in the fuck would I have anything to do with you at all? You fucking embarrassed the hell out of me. You're a sicko. You're the kind that gets the fuck beat out of you in jail, in prison. Even prisoners are repulsed by guys like you. Dr. Weck said, he's not wrong. He was talking about Jeff Epstein. He's not wrong. So why can you not just leave everybody alone? Why must you bother everybody all the time? To your own detriment for a fuck ton of money. That doesn't make sense either. So I got this. It's very specific to me. You cause a lot of sadness. You cause a lot of fear. The word boo is a private joke between one of the officers investigating you that got me this puzzle. Me and him. Goes way back. Has nothing to do with you. It's not your business. And here you are, a butt-in. Just a wannabe. Never the one wanted, just butting in. It doesn't get any more on the nose than that, does it? So, you want to piss them off again? Keep talking to that chick at my work. Keep causing her to make false accusations, and we know you're the cause of it. We knew you were before I got to work tonight. Okay? We get the help, you get told on. Nothing is going to change until you're in jail. You know why that is? Everybody wants you in jail. So you're not bothering me anymore, or anyone else for that matter. Okay? We'll get into the Houston compound some other time. I gotta go. I have other stuff to do besides be bothered with your shit.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want. Step guy's been raping me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Step guy's been raping me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Step guy's been raping me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Step guy's been raping me. That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
Oh, God.
Like,
It's too damn
her
early
sense
for
of
this shit.
safety
Leave me
comes
alone.
with conditions that he wants to see from her.
prostitute. I'm serious.
That's why we
Sir,
hate it when you
please
say
leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
he's not carrying a
I
sign
don't want proof
that
of
would
this.
warn
Please
others
leave me
that he's a
alone.
stalker.
Please leave me alone.
He's not carrying any sort of notification that he spent 4 years making that woman's life a living hell. That she's moving because of
It's
him.
too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
When you say not all men, you diminish those experiences because there's no way to know.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't
You
care.
know it's not all men. But we need the men who would never behave like that to start checking the ones that do. Because we can't fight this fight
Leave me
alone.
alone. alone.
I don't.
Please.
Just talk to me. Please,
I can't listen to you.
Oh, God.
It's too damn early for this shit.
It goes on in that
Leave me
video.
alone.
He said, just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone. Like, her sense of safety comes with
Sir,
conditions
please,
that he wants to see satisfied.
That's okay. I don't care.
leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want
That's why
for
we hate
this.
it when you
Please
say
leave
that.
me alone. Please leave me alone.
Jeff got been raping
He's
you.
not
Leave
carrying
me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for